Well, we'll get started shortly. Hey, Marcos, welcome, Marcos, welcome. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, everyone. Hey, Caroline, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly. Hey, Brandon, welcome, welcome. We'll get started shortly. Hey, Kawisi, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly. If this is your first time, welcome. This is our beginners class. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, guys. We'll get started shortly. So, a beginner's class for new traders. Hey, Miss Jackson, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started here. All right, let me let's do this. Can everyone hear me okay? All right, okay, very good. All right, guys, this is our beginners class. This is for beginning traders, whether you've got no experience at all trading, whether you've got a couple of weeks, few months, or even a few years and you're still trying to figure things out. Okay, this is the class for you. We do this class, this beginners class every Tuesday. But we also have additional classes we do throughout the week. All right, so from Sunday to Thursday, we have a class every evening, and then every other Friday. All right, so every other Friday. So what I like to do, I call this your safe space. So we shouldn't have any experience, any of our experienced traders here. All right, so this is just for beginning traders. And so this is your, I call this, like I said, your safe space to ask any questions, about trading, anything you want to learn about trading, the good, the bad. All right. And then I'll give you guys some tools that and some resources that you can take with you to start your trading journey. All right. So welcome. All right. What I would like to do, hey Charity, welcome. What I like to do, guys, is kind of go around and get some of perhaps the topics that you guys might want me to address. All right. So any particular anything at all that you guys might have on your mind that you want me to address, just kind of give me that. And then throughout this, I try to keep the training kind of informal. So feel free to ask any questions. And again, like I said, this is your time, all right, to learn about trading. All right. So does anyone have anything that you guys want me to address, discuss, learn about in particular? Anyone? And again, welcome, guys. Welcome. Anything in particular?
I am curious about like
Charity.
stop limits versus regular limits and all of those limits and stops. Like, I don't really understand the difference. I've tried to research it and it's still pretty confusing.
Okay, so stop, like a stop loss. Okay, stop limit. Okay, good job. Okay, we'll go through that. All right. Okay, stop loss, stop limit. Okay, anyone else? Charity, do you have another one or this is the only one?
Maybe like the difference between short and long trades, not in the sense of like whether I'm trading it going for the long run, like doing weekly or monthly or whatever, but like the kind of order that you put in, whether it's a short order or a long order.
Oh, okay, okay. So a short order, okay, and a long order. Okay, all right. So how to execute those trades. Okay, all right. Anyone else? Yeah, anyone else, guys?
Yeah, this is LaToya Jackson, and I am a beginner, total beginner.
Okay.
But son has conversations about stocks and things of that sort, and I listen, but it goes over my head. So I have an interest in getting started, but I don't know where to start because I have had people come to me saying, join my team, pay this amount of money, and then recruit this person and that person. I'm like, I don't want to go through all that. I just want to learn. So just where to start.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Have you been on here before?
Yes,
LaToya?
I
Okay.
listen.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Well, welcome. Welcome again. Welcome. Okay. We'll go through that, how to get started here. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Anything in particular that you guys want to learn about? Anything in particular? And it related to trading, right? Related to trading. Who here has never taken a trade? Who here has never executed a trade? This is your first, absolute first time. You've never put on a trade. Who here? Anyone here? All right. Okay. LaToya. Okay. All right. All right. Great. Great. All right. Does anyone have an idea of what trading is and how trading works? Does anyone want to kind of share their opinion, right? And again, this is an open forum for you guys, okay? Does anyone want to share how their perception about trading, all right, and how it works, or how they think it works, what's involved? Anyone? Oh, you guys are shy tonight. Anyone at all? No one? All right. Okay, so let's talk about trading then. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about trading. All right, because everyone think that trading is about buying high, buying low, right? Buying low and selling high. So buying low and selling high, right? That's what we mainly think about trading, right? When we look to trade, we want to buy low, sell high. All right, who believes that? Who here believes that when it comes to trading, that all we've got to do is buy low and sell high? Who here believes that? Or who here doesn't believe that?
Yeah, it's more the, you're buying when the buyers are buying and selling when the sellers are selling.
Very good, Charity. All right, so we don't just buy low and sell high, right? Right, we don't just buy low, just randomly buy low, right? Because guess what? The price could go lower. So we want to buy, good job. We want to buy when the buyers are buying. And then we want to sell when the sellers are selling, right? Who are the buyers? So guys, who are the buyers in the market? Who is doing the buying in the market? So Miss Caroline, who do you think is doing the buying in the market? Okay.
I think I'm buying, I'm the buyer in the market.
Okay, you're the buyer in the market. Okay, all right, very good. How about you, Brandon? Who do you think is the buyer in the market? Hey, Brandon, who do you think is the buyer in the market? Or anyone else? Kawisi, who do you think is the buyer in the market? Because what Charity mentioned is this: we got to buy, right? We got to buy when the buyers are buying. So who are the buyers? So Caroline mentioned that, hey, she is the buyer. Kawisi, you said we are the buyer. Brandon says the consumer. All right, so I want you guys to write this down. Okay, so write this down. All right, so the institutions are the buyers. So the big institutions, the big hedge funds are the buyers. Okay, so yes, we do buy, guys, but guess what? We're not buying, we're just retail investors, retail traders. So we don't buy in high enough volume, okay, to move the markets. Okay, so we don't buy in high enough volume to move the markets. So we have to follow the institutional buyers, right? So the big institutions, the big hedge funds, right? The big market makers, they move the market, right? So they buy in large volumes, right? So when they are buying, that's when we buy. All right. So understand, what you want to happen in the market doesn't matter, right? So what we want, if we want the price to go up, doesn't matter. So our buying will not influence price, because we don't buy on very, very high volume. All right. So we've got to buy when the big institutions are buying, because they've got enough volume, they've got enough money to move the markets. All right. So Charity mentioned, hey, we got to buy when when the buyers are buying. So now we know who the buyers are buying, because this is the biggest thing with new traders, right? New traders, it's hard for new traders to figure out when to get in and when to get out of the markets, right? That's perhaps the most difficult aspect in trading for new traders. When do I get in and when do I get out, right? You guys agree with that? Do you guys agree with that? when it comes to trading, especially new traders? Do you think that's the most difficult aspect of trading? Hey, where do I get in? Or when do I get in? And where do I get out? And when do I get out? You guys agree? You guys agree with that?
For sure. Sure.
For sure, absolutely. Right? Okay, I'm going to ask. Okay, so if we're going to buy when the big institutions are buying, big hedge funds are buying, how do we know? How do we know when they're buying? So how do we know when they're buying? How do we know when they're buying?
The market breaks resistance.
Very good. So guys, write this down. Very good, Charity. So when the price breaks resistance, that's when we know that the buyers are buying, right? The big institutions are buying, the big hedge funds are buying. All right. So when the price breaks resistance, that's when they're buying. Okay. So we need to know that information. So we don't just randomly get into the markets, right? We've got to know when they're buying, and they buy when the price breaks resistance, and we'll go over resistance. All right. And Charity, when do they sell? When do we get out of the trade? When do we close the trade?
When it breaks support.
Very good. When it breaks support, when the price breaks support. Okay. So when the price breaks support, we'll get out of the trade. Okay. So guys, write this down and take it to memory. All right. We're going to buy on a break of resistance and sell on a break of support. And I'm going to go over support and resistance here. All right. And as new traders, you guys need to remember this. Okay. All right. Let me go here. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see here. All right. So let's go over how to buy and how to sell. All right. How to buy a stock or crypto. All right. Or anything of for that matter, and then how to sell. All right. 1 second here. All right. So we know, hey, that's the two big questions. When do we buy and then when do we sell? When do we buy and then when do we sell? So let's talk about that. So Latoya, you mentioned getting started, right? How do you get started in trading, right?
Yes.
All right. So this is how we get started. All right. This is how we get started in trading. All right. You guys should see my screen here. You guys should see my screen. It says support and resistance. All right. If you guys do not see my cursor, you should see my cursor. If you do not see my cursor, let me know. All right. All right. Because this is important. Okay. This is important. Understand that all of your decisions will be made right here. All of your buying decisions, right? And then all of your selling decisions, right? And as new traders, you guys really have to get this. Okay, so support and resistance, the keys to your success. Support and resistance, the keys to your success. If you want to trade, right? If you want to get into these markets and you want to trade, right? This is where everything starts with support and resistance. So this is your foundation. All right. So I want you guys to take a screenshot of this. Hey, Noah, welcome. Take a screenshot of this. All right. And I always tell traders to print this out, laminate it so that you have it for your records and keep it near your trading area. All right. Support and resistance, the keys to your success. All right. So my question was, right, where do we buy? When do we buy? When do we sell? All right. And Charity mentioned we want to buy when the buyers are buying, right? And then we want to sell when the sellers are selling. And then we talked about, okay, who are the buyers and who are the sellers, right? So the buyers are big institutions, big hedge funds. So when they buy, we've got to buy. And when they sell, we've got to sell. All right. So let's go into this. Let's go into this. All right. Please take a picture of this, guys. You guys going to need this for future reference. Okay. So support and resistance, the keys to your success. All right. So resistance is right here, right? And if you're hearing this for the first time, this is good. If you've heard this again or before, this is good. This is a refresher, right? And everything we do every day when we trade, guys, we follow this. We follow support and resistance. So it's very, very critical that we learn this. All right, so resistance, think of resistance as your ceiling, right? As your ceiling in your home, support is your floor, right? So resistance is your ceiling, that's the high, and support is the floor, the very low, all right? And understand that price does not move in random. So a stock price, all right, for example, it doesn't move in random. It does, right? But it does not. It moves in patterns, right? So think of resistance here as $100. Think of the support here as $50. And there are traders sitting here that are watching this mark here, this $100 price, and they've got this memorized. So every time the price gets to $100, they remember that, hey, we've got resistance here. Same thing with support. Okay, so there are buyers here and sellers here, the big institutions, big hedge funds, same here. All right, and also some retail traders also. All right, and they're watching this mark. And what the buyers are doing, the buyers are hoping to push the price higher to break resistance. And the sellers or the short sellers are looking to push the price lower, all right, lower to get back to support, okay, and hopefully break support, all right. Now, we only buy when the price breaks resistance. We only buy, we only get in the trade when the price breaks resistance. Now, understand that we only get resistance when the price hits that high, that $100 mark, minimum of twice. Minimum of twice. Once is just a high. It has to hit that area twice, right? The more it hits that area, like right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, the stronger the resistance. Same for support. The more times price comes down to that $50 mark, right? Here, 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 and here, the stronger the support. Think of it as your foundation, right? Very strong foundation right here. All right. Hey, welcome, Gerald. Hey, so hello. So if the price breaks resistance, guess what? The buyers are now in control. So the big hedge funds, big institutions are now pushing the price higher, right? That's when we buy. All right, so we do not buy in this area here because no one is in control. The price is going up and down, up and down, up and down, right? No one is really in control. All right, understand that the reason why we have support and resistance, okay, and why it's important for us as traders is because we can block off the price. So we can block off the price right here. Otherwise, if we do not have support and resistance, this price here, we cannot, it's not tradable. We've got to have our support and resistance so we know exactly when the buyers are coming in and when the sellers are coming in. So it's that important. Okay. There are a lot of tools that we can use when we trade. This is the #1 tool. Without this, guess what? We cannot trade. So don't attempt to trade without this, without knowing this, and without having your support and resistance lines. It's like driving in the dark, right? So this is important. Okay, so buyers are here, and there's a battle between buyers and sellers. So just know that there's a battle between buyers and sellers. The buyers are looking to push the price higher. Sellers are looking to push the price lower. All right, if it doesn't break resistance, right, the buyers did not win. If the price did not break support, the sellers did not win. Okay, so right in here, we've got indecision. A lot of traders will try to buy here to take the price up here. They'll buy at support, try to take the price to resistance. We can't do that. That's not trading. All right, that is not trading. All right, we only want to buy when the price breaks resistance, and sell when the price breaks support. Okay. Any questions on this? Any questions on support and resistance before I move forward? Any questions on support and resistance?
Just so that I understand this, you're saying that if the price did not break resistance, which means it will go up, that means they did not win. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if it doesn't break support at the bottom of the red, then the sellers don't win.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. So in this case, Latoya, what would we do? So if the price hasn't broken resistance and hasn't broken support, what do?
We don't buy or sell.
We don't buy or sell. There's nothing to do. Very good. Very good. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. So what most new traders will do, right, is they will trade this, right? And they will lose a lot of money. All right. And by the time it's time to trade, guess what? Right? With the time when the buyers finally get in, push the price above resistance, and when it's the time to buy, guess what? They're either too exhausted or out of capital to now buy, because they've been trying to trade this consolidation in here between support and resistance. Okay, so good job, Latoya. So this is not tradable. This is not tradable. Okay, this is not tradable. We only buy when the price breaks resistance. And then where do we sell? Where do we sell? Where do we sell, or when do we sell?
When the price breaks.
When the price breaks what?
Is that right?
Yeah, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. Anyone else? When do we sell? We buy on a break of resistance, and we sell when? We sell when?
When that price breaks support, David, good to see you again, by the way.
Hey, Noah, welcome. Welcome. When the price breaks support. Okay. Very important. This is important, because if we do not, let's say, for instance, guys, you should see my cursor here. Let's say the price breaks resistance here, right? We got in here, all right, comes back down, okay? And Charity, this is about your stop loss. We'll get into your stop loss, right? And all of that. All right. If the price, guess what? Breaks support, and we do not get out when the sellers are now in control, guess what? That price can go a lot lower. Right? It can go a lot lower. So just remember, we only buy when the buyers are in control. Just think of it like anything else, right? Right? We want to buy when all of the buyers are buying. We want to catch that ride. We can't control price, So when the big institutions, big hedge funds, when they decide to buy, that's when we buy. But imagine, right? They decide to sell, but guess what? We're still in the trade. So they decide to sell, and we'll know that they're starting to sell because the price broke support. And guess what? We did not get in, and we're still in while they're selling. That would not be good, right? So we always want to buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. Very good. All right, very good. So I hope you guys take a screenshot or a picture of this. All right, and keep it for your records. This is going to be your foundation. All right, this is how we get started with trading. All right, this is how we get started with trading. All right, for new traders, if you guys haven't been here before, if this is your first time, I'm going to recommend this book here. It's one of the books that we, it's perhaps, this will be perhaps the most important book for you when it comes to trading, and it's called Trading in the Zone. All right, it's called Trading in the Zone, okay, by Mark Douglas. All right, so when we do our one-on-one coaching, we give this book to our traders, our coaching students. All right, I recommend if you guys are serious about trading, trading is not easy. It's going to be perhaps the most difficult thing you do, most challenging thing you do, because it's your money, right? You put in your money at risk, right? So whenever we put our money at risk, right, there's a lot of emotions, right, that comes with that. So because of that, trading is difficult. So there's a lot of psychology, all right, some things that we've got to work through mentally, all right? And Trading in the Zone is a good book for that. So we highly recommend this book, Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. So take a picture of this. There's actually a free audio book. So on YouTube, right, you can go on YouTube, put in Trading in the Zone, and then there's a free audio book. Okay, so master the market with confidence, discipline, and a winning attitude. Okay, so very good book. Like I said, we give this to our traders, but you can get a free, go on YouTube, get the free audio book, start listening to it. Okay, we got to change your mind, the way you think about trading, right? The way you think about trading. All right, so Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. I'm going to share another screen here with you guys. This is another good tool here for new traders, right? So we talked about the support and resistance. Now we're going to talk about how price moves, okay? So we don't just want to be jumping in and taking trades. I hear that so many times from traders, right? Especially new traders, right? So you guys should see my screen here, the 4 market phases that every trader must know. So take a picture of this, guys. Please take a picture of this. All right, take a picture of this or screenshot. I recommend you guys print it, have it laminated. All right, the 4 market phases that every trader must know. And this is important. So we started with what? Support and resistance, right? So Latoya, you wanted to know how you get started, right? So this is how you get started. This is it. All right. I always say if there's a holy grail for trading, this is it. All right. So forget everything you guys hear out there, right? This is it. Right? This has stood the test of time. All right, so support and resistance. And now we have the 4 market phases. Think of the 4 market phases as your roadmap, right? Your roadmap. Does anyone, Charity, don't you answer this? Does anyone know or does anyone think that they might know what this means, the 4 market phases, and what this chart means? I know Charity knows this. Kawisi, I know you know this too. Don't say anything. I want these guys to think about this. Does anyone know, all right, or have an idea just by looking at the 4 market phases? Okay, so the 4 market phases that listen now, that every trader must know. This is not an option. This is not an option. Every trader must know this. All right. Does anyone want to take a tackle this? Want to take a chance at this?
I think that the green means the stock is going high.
Very
And the
good.
red arrow shows that the stock is going down low, very low.
Very good. Very good, Caroline. Very
Thank
good,
you.
right? Very good. Very, very good. Very good. Very good. And if the stock is going up, what should we be doing? What should we be doing if the stock is going up?
Buy.
Buy, yeah. Good job, Gerald. Buy, right? It is simple, right? But guess what? When we put money on the line, guess what? Funny thing happens. Right? Everything kind of gets crazy, right? Okay. And then over here, Caroline, you said the red is going down, right? So what should we be doing when it's going down?
Selling or getting out.
Selling or getting out. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, so follow me. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Okay, so follow me now. This is your roadmap. This is your roadmap to trading. And guys, the cool thing about this is that you guys can get this really, really quick. I do a lot of coaching. I talk to a lot of traders, and I talk to a lot of traders just like you guys who have never traded before. And let me tell you, in a week, 2 weeks, a month, guess what? They've kind of figured this out and everything changed for them. Are they going to make millions of dollars in the market? Probably not. But guess what? They understand how to trade and what trading is. All right. So this is important. Let's go through it. Let's go through it. All right. So you guys remember the first chart I showed you guys, support and resistance, right? So support and resistance, that's what we start with. And here is support and resistance right here. You guys should see my cursor. If not, let me know, please. Support and resistance is right here. Okay. So at the bottom of your chart, think of this as your chart now. Support and resistance is right here at the bottom. And this is called the accumulation phase. So phase 1, and we'll go through each phase. Phase 1 is the accumulation phase. All right. So the reason it's called the accumulation phase, so think of it like this, right? We are accumulating, right? We are building, we are gathering stocks. Okay, so what happens is this, the accumulation phase will always be at the bottom. So at the bottom left, the middle, or the bottom right. Okay, so what happens is this, follow me. So price was at a high here, it fell down, came all the way down, all right? And what these hedge funds are doing, these big institutions are doing is they start to accumulate. So they start to accumulate at a low price, right? So they're buying at a low price. They're accumulating right between support and resistance. Okay, that's the accumulation phase, phase 1. All right, at some point, they're going to push the price higher, and the price is going to what? Break resistance. What happened? What do we do when the price breaks resistance? What do we do when the price breaks resistance?
We look and buy.
Yes, so we're gonna buy. Very good, Gerald. We're gonna buy when the price broke resistance. Okay, so here the price fell down. So it fell down, let's say from $100 to $50. All right, accumulated. Now the price broke resistance. The buyers are now in control. So we're gonna buy right here. So we bought right here, right? And Carolyn mentioned that, guess what? The price is moving higher, right? So that's called the markup phase. So when the price breaks resistance, now the buyers are in control. We're going to buy right here. And phase 2 is called the markup phase. So we are no longer trading between support and resistance. We are no longer trading between support and resistance, right? And there's no longer indecision in price, right? Price is now moving higher, broke resistance. We now know that the buyers are in control. So we're gonna buy here. That's called the markup phase. Okay, phase 2. We'll get to the reaccumulation phase in a minute. So price is consolidating down here. Accumulation breaks resistance. We're gonna buy. That's the markup phase. Phase 3 is the distribution phase. What do you guys think the distribution phase is? What do you guys think that means? Distribution phase, phase 3. Phase 3.
Reconsolidation or reaccumulation.
Okay, yeah, okay. What else? What else? What is price not, what is price?
It's not moving. It's staying steady. It's not moving.
Okay, very good. So it's not moving, it's not making new highs, right? It's not continuing to go higher. All right. So guys, understand this as new traders, right? We always assume that the price will just keep going higher, but that's not the case, right? It can't go up forever. So it's going to have to stop, right? It's going to have to stop making new highs, consolidate again, okay? Consolidate again. And then if it breaks support, that's now distribution. And what do we have to do when the price breaks support? What do we have to do when the price breaks support?
Watch for the sell signal. Sell.
Yes, we've got to sell, get out, exit, okay? So we have to get out right here when the price breaks support. Remember, guys, we're always going to buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. So we bought here. We never broke support until right here, guys. You guys see that? We never broke support until right here. So we would have bought here, sold here, got out. All right, we would have gotten out. And then what happened? What's phase 4? What's phase 4? What's phase 4? Phase 4 is the markdown phase. That's where sellers are now in control. Price broke support, sellers are in control. We should be out. We should be out of the trade. So we shouldn't be buying in here, guys. In that markdown phase, we should not be buying. We should be out of the trade. So we should only be buying in the markup phase, get out when the price breaks support, all right? And then let that selling happen. Let that markdown phase happen. All right? Within the markup phase, there's reaccumulation. So there's more consolidation. Whenever the price breaks resistance again in that markup phase, that's new buyers coming in. So we can buy again. We can keep buying. As long as we keep buying in that markup phase, we are good. And we just have to be out, break of support, out, and during that markdown phase. Okay. Very good. Remember this. This is your roadmap. So we don't just randomly get in. We don't just randomly. And the cool thing about this is that when you guys know this, when you know this, guess what? What happens when you know this? What do you guys think happens when you know this? What happens when you know this stuff?
We make better decisions.
You make better decisions. Very good. right? So you guys can you can go to a Bitcoin chart or Apple chart, and you can look at it, right? And you'll know what phase it's in, right? You'll know what phase it's in, right? And you can decide, hey, if it's in the accumulation phase, you should wait, right? You should get ready, get your capital ready, right? When it breaks resistance, you should be buying. When it breaks support, you should be selling. If it's in that markdown phase, you know not to get in at all, right? That's pretty powerful stuff, right? Pretty powerful stuff. This one little chart right here gives us a lot of information that you guys can use to decide, hey, when do I get in and when do I get out? So we use support and resistance. We use the 4 market phases of a roadmap to give us clues as to when to get in and when to get out. Okay, so make sure you guys have a copy of this. Okay, so everyone should have a copy of this. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to give you guys one more chart here, and then we'll look at a live chart. We'll finish up with a live chart, but this is what you guys need. These are the tools that you need, okay, as new traders. All right. The next one is this chart right here. All right. 1 second here. All right, so we call this one trend following. You guys should see the chart there. Take a picture of this one also. Take a screenshot of this one. All right. And like I always tell traders, print it out, have it laminated. All right, so trend following the meat of the trade. So let's talk about this one, trend following the meat of the trade. All right, so guys, understand we make money when the price trends, and it only starts to trend when the price breaks resistance. So here's the price came down, right? Came down all the way at the bottom here. All right, here is resistance. All right, so we're gonna enter here. We're not gonna enter down in here. Why don't we enter down in this area right in here? Why don't we enter down in this area right here? Anyone?
It's the reaccumulation phase.
Is that no, not reaccumulation phase?
Or accumulation phase.
Accumulation phase, very good. But it could be still, look here,
Going
still in that
down.
markdown phase. Very good. So we gotta wait for the price to stop selling, stop going down, reverse. This here is that accumulation phase. This is resistance. It's got to break resistance. When it breaks resistance, now we're going to enter. All right. Now the price moves higher. That's the trend right here. Made a high, right? Can we get out of this area? If we wanted to close the trade, can we close the trade up here, up in this area here? See my cursor moving? Can we exit? Can we exit up in this area? Yes.
Only if we're reading the chart right. If it started going downward a little bit and it breaks the resistance line or the support line.
Okay, so not resistance, support.
Support, yeah, I'm sorry.
Support right here. Very good. All right, so so this is what most traders do, guys. They try to get the very bottom. All right, they try to buy in at the very bottom. We can't do that because the sellers are still in control. We've got to wait till the buyers are now in control, and we'll know that because the price breaks resistance. And we can't get out at the very top because guess what? This was the very top. This was the very top. This was the very top. This was the very top, right? We've got to wait until the price comes back down, breaks support to get out. This is what gets a lot of traders. because they're like, David, why didn't we get at the tippy top all the way at the top right here? We missed some profit, right? And why didn't we get in all the way down here? We missed some profit, right? But understand that this is not tradable. This will get you in trouble, right? You get in down in this area here, it can keep going lower. You get out in this area up here, guess what? It can keep going higher, right? So we only get out when the price breaks support, and we get out when the price breaks support, because now what? The sellers are now in control. Okay, the sellers are now in control. All right. So understand, right? All we want is the meat of the trade. So you guys see here, right? The meat of the trade. That's all we want. We don't want the whole trade. We just want the meat of the trade. This middle part right here, right here, right here. We're going to buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here. We want the meat of the trade. All right. That's all we want. We want to buy on the break of resistance, sell on the break of support. Okay. So, Latoya, that's how we get started, right? Support and resistance, 4 market phases, right? We're going to get the trend, right? We want to follow the trend. We want to get the trend, and we want to get the meat of the trade. All right. Any questions on this? Any questions on this? All right, so I want to show you guys some examples, right? We'll go for some live examples, look at some charts, and then I'll let you guys go. Okay, we'll end with this. All right, so let me bring up my screen here. And when you guys do it, when you trade like this, guess what? Trading is fun, right? You remove a lot of anxiety in your trading, and you have a possibility of guess what? Doing well. All right, so I'm gonna go through some charts, and I want you guys to tell me what phase the price is in. All right, so what we've done here with our systems, to make it easy for us, we've color-coded, right, the buyers. So the buyers here are these green candles. Those are the buyers. The sellers are the red candles. The white candles, that's indecision. So they're not buyers or sellers, right? We have our support and resistance lines. These lines here are support and resistance lines. And then these arrows here, this is our buy, right? So this blue arrow, this is our buy signal to buy. The white arrow here is our sell signal to sell. Support and resistance, support and resistance. Green candles, buyers, red candles, sellers. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this, and I want you guys to help me out here. All right, all right. So let's start here. So here is our resistance right here. I'll draw a larger line here so that you guys can see. We'll just go through a few of these, and I'll let you guys go. Okay, what phase is this? What phase is this right here? Anyone? What phase is this? No wrong answers, right? So if it's no wrong answers, no wrong answers. What? Accumulation. Very good. Very good. Accumulation. What phase is this? What phase is this?
Markup phase.
Markup. Very good. Very good, Latoya. Very good. Okay. Right over here. This is a tricky one now. This is a tricky one. Right? What phase is this here? This is a tricky one. Distribution. Yeah, tricky one, tricky one. Okay, so this is reaccumulation. Reaccumulation. Why is it reaccumulation in that markup phase? Why is it reaccumulation in that markup phase? Anyone? All right. So it's reaccumulation in that markup phase because the price broke what?
Resistance.
Resistance. Very good.
Jeez.
It would have been distribution. It would have been distribution if the price broke what?
Support.
Support right here. So good job, guys. Good job. So Latoya, if the price had come down and broke this support line right here, that would have been
No.
distribution.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, let's look at some more. Let's look at some more. Okay, what phase is this right here? What phase is
Mark down.
mark down? Very good. When the price breaks new support levels like here, broke this level here, right? Broke this level here. What's that called?
Redistribution.
Very good, Gerald. Very good. You guys are getting this. Good job. What phase is this?
Markup.
Markup. All right. Here's another one here for you guys. Good job. See how quickly you guys are getting this stuff. You know, you guys, this information you're getting now, you know more than a lot of traders. You know more than a lot of traders who've been trading for years. Okay, so what phase is this right now? What phase is this right now?
Accumulation phase.
What phase is
Wait.
this?
Redistribution.
Reaccumulate.
Look at it.
Oh.
What is
Oh,
what did the price do? The price did what?
Oh. Oh, going down, mark down phase. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, markdown phase, but right here. What's that area right here?
It's not reconsolidation.
Look here for a second. Follow me. Look here.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
That's hard.
So what phase? Yeah.
Oops.
What phase is this? Remember what phase is what we said this was?
Redistribution phase.
What you guys remember what phase we said this was because the price broke resistance and kept going up. So what phase is this now?
Reaccumulation.
Reaccumulation. So let's go here.
Thank you.
Let's go here. And here is support. We know when the price breaks support, we've got to get out because who's in control? The sellers are in
The
control.
sellers. Okay.
So what area is this now? What area is this now?
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at your four market phases, guys. Look at your four market phases. What phase is this?
oops, I gotta look at my phone. Camera. I'm looking.
Okay, you said it's not the distribution phase?
It is distribution. It
Oh.
is distribution. Yeah, very good.
Thank you.
It is distribution. Okay.
Okay, distribution. Okay.
Yeah. And why is it distribution and not reaccumulation?
Because it broke support.
It broke support, and guess what? Sellers came in, right? Sellers came in to push it down to that markdown phase. Okay, very good. Let's take a look at a couple more. Okay, very good. Don't expect to get it right away, but after you guys see it for a while, you know, you keep, right? You'll get it. What phase is this?
Markup phase.
Markup phase. What phase is this?
Continue markup phase.
Continue markup phase. Very good.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. So let's do this. Oh my goodness. There's a lot going on here, right? Okay, let's do this. So you guys check this out, right? Check this out. You can take a horrible chart like this, right? You can take, this is not a very good chart, right? So you can take a horrible chart like this, and now we can figure it out. Look at this, check this out. All right, so here is support down here. And then Here is resistance right here. This is a horrible chart, but look at this. What phase is this? What phase is this? Right here at the bottom.
That's the accumulation phase. Oh,
Accumulation, very good. Accumulation, price broke what? Resistance.
resistance.
We got a buy signal here. Check this out. And this is a bad chart now. This is a really horrible chart, but look at this. You guys can do this. All right, what phase is this? What phase is this now?
That's the markdown phase.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Look at it. What phase is this? What did price do? What did price do? Price broke what?
it broke resistance.
Resistance. So what is this phase right here? Reaccumulation.
Yeah,
very good. Very good. So look at this, guys. This is a horrible chart, right? But we know here, look at this. This is a horrible chart. I wouldn't trade this, but look here. You guys got this, right? So we know that this is what? Accumulation, right? Look at this. We sold here on a break of support, right? Sold here. Guess what? We've got accumulation because the price broke right here, resistance. We got a buy signal here. Buyers are coming in. And then look at this right here. This is the top right here. 1 second here. So right here. So what phase is this now? What phase is this? Distribution. Very good. Distribution. And I'm telling you, if you guys can figure this out on this horrible chart, you could get this. What phase is this? What phase is this?
That's the markdown phase.
What phase is this?
Redistribution.
Nope. Look at it.
Dang it.
Take your time. Take your time. What phase is this? What happened to the price? It broke what?
Broke support.
No, look here.
Oh,
Broke resistance, right? It broke resistance, so that's reaccumulation. Now, this is a horrible chart now. This is a horrible chart. Okay, let's go here. I'll make this one easy for you guys right here. This is an easy one. What phase is this right here? What phase is this right here? You guys should get this one. What phase is this right here? What
accumulation phase.
No.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be distribution, David?
Distribution. Very good.
oh, thank you.
Distribution. And now what phase is this?
That's
Markdown. Markdown.
Markdown phase.
Yes.
And then every time the price breaks support, we get new sellers come in, and that's called what? That's called what? When the price breaks support in the markdown phase, and we get new sellers coming in to push the price lower, that's called what? What?
Oh, redistribution.
Redistribution.
Very good. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Now we're trading this trade right here. Our traders are trading this. So let's see. I think you guys got this before. Okay, but look here. Okay, so what phase is this? Look, this is why this is important, guys. This is why this is important. Okay, this is why this is important, because our traders are trading this right now. All right, look at this. Look at this. So we bought on a break of resistance right here. We got out here, right? When the price broke support, so we got out. Look at what happened. Price came down, so we waited, right? Waited, so you don't trade, right? You have now over here, you've got new accumulation right at the bottom, right here. So right about right here, we'll say. All right, so resistance is here. Support is kind of like, we'll say right here, right? Accumulation right here. Accumulation never took the trade, guys. Never got a buy signal until here, right? Break of this resistance right here. Got a buy signal. Got in. All right. So we got in. Price went up. Got in. Price broke support here. Got out. Okay. Waited. Price broke resistance right here. Got in again. And now the price is all the way up here. All right. So the reason why this is important, because eventually we make money. Eventually we make money when we follow this, because guess what? We are only buying when the buyers are buying. If you guys look here, these red candles, sellers came in, guess what? We got out. Buyers came in, guess what? We bought. Sellers came in. Let me remove this here. Sellers came in over here. Guess what? We got out. Buyers came in. Guess what? We got back in. All right. Now we all the way up here. When sellers come back in, guess what? We're going to get out. So we're not buying. Look here. We're not buying when the sellers are in. Look here. So we're not buying when the sellers come in. When the sellers come in, we get out. We only buy when the buyers come in. All right. So that when the buyers are in control, right, we follow their lead and we buy. When the sellers come in, even if the sellers come in for a short period of time, like they did here, we're going to get out. Because guess what? We don't know that the selling could continue. The sellers could continue, right? And push the price even lower. All right, kind of like here, right? What if we didn't get out, right? And that price kept going lower. All right, what if we didn't get out? Look at this here. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this was a buy signal all the way up here. Sellers came in, the price broke support right here. Guess what? We got out. We didn't suffer this loss. So we have to get out on a break of support when the sellers get in. We have to do that because we don't know how long they're going to sell. All right, so we have to get out. All right, pretty cool stuff, huh, guys?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
You guys are welcome. All right, I'm gonna end here. Good job, guys. Good job. Good participation. So make sure that you guys keep those screenshots, right? Support and resistance, the 4 market phases, trend following, okay? Those are gonna be your tools, all right? Go online, go to YouTube, and start listening to Trading in the Zone. It's free. It's absolutely free. You guys can do that this evening. All right. So thanks for coming. We have another class all week until all week for the rest of the week. And then we do our classes every evening from Sundays through Thursdays and every other Friday. And we do the beginners class every Tuesday. Okay. Thanks, guys. Good job.
Thank you.
Really good job, guys.
Learned a lot today, David.
Very good. Very good. Thanks, guys.
Mhm.
Take care. Good job. Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Bye-bye. Mhm.
Appreciate it, David. Always a pleasure, man. I'm about to start. I'm actually going to start the book this week.
Oh, okay. Good job, Noah. Nice to see you on here. Okay, buddy. Take care. Talk to you
Definitely.
soon.
And you'll definitely see me again for sure.
Okay. Take care. Have a good night.
All right.